Today I want to talk about my credit card strategy after quite a few recent updates and nerfs. Just a few months ago, we've had the City Rewards Amaze combo getting a huge nerf, and of course there have been various updates to credit cards since my last video on credit cards. So I've switched up my cards and I'll share what I'm using in this video. In the age-old debate of cashback versus miles, those who have watched my videos before would know that I'm team value, which means that I will pick the cards that give me the best value, regardless if they're miles or cashback cards. This is still true today because they are essentially two different currencies, and I'll pick whichever gives me the best value. For the longest time, I've been valuing miles at around 1 to 1.5 cents each, and of late I've been valuing them at a higher end at around 1.5 cents because, well, business class is really nice and I've been willing to pay a little bit more for them at this stage of my life. I'll do a video on how to value miles for yourself, so stay subscribed for that. Now that's out of the way, here are the top cards that I use. The first card that I always try to max out each month is none other than the DBSU, and this card is really the manifestation of no news is good news. It has been giving its 10 miles per dollar or 18% earn rate for, can you believe it, more than 2 years now. And I've talked enough about it, but I think it bears repeating that even if you don't have $600 of spend on you merchants, it is definitely worth considering if you're able to spend at least $300 per month on you merchants on the card. Even if you spend just half of the $600 monthly minimum spend on new merchants, you'll get half of the 10 miles per dollar or 18% rebates earn rate. The earn rate is so good that even at 50%, it is still 5 miles per dollar or 9% rebates, which handily beats out just about every other card out there. Now in the U app, it says that the earn rate will end 30th June 2025. So far, this end date has been a placeholder which updates every month, but sometime back they set it at 30th June and it's been like this for a while, so I wonder if this is really the real end date. Definitely stay subscribed to the Telegram for updates as I check with my contact at you for this. Moving on to my primary cards, Maybank Family and Friends has now become my primary card of choice for daily spending. It used to be UOB Evo, but after that got nerfed and Maybank Family and Friends got a buff last year, it is very hard to turn out 8% cashback. The card is also very easy to use now because I can pick 5 categories out of 10, and I wrote an article explaining my 5 categories of choice, so check that out if you want to. But the gist is that I have chosen transport, retails and pets, sports, dining and online shopping. Because high-earn cashback cards like Maybank Family and Friends have minimum spends to meet each month, the key is to put recurring spend on the card as much as possible. Each month, I automatically have about $400 of spend here in the various categories like gym, pets, and transportation, and the rest is made up by discretionary spend in dining and online shopping categories. Low spenders who struggle to meet the $800 minimum spend can also consider having a player 2 to put expenses on this card. For instance, your spouse's gym membership or your best friend's Grab Fest, just work something out with them and you can share the 8% cashback. Now this card is very complementary to my DBSU because I have picked things that my U card isn't good at, like dining, while I've not selected things like groceries or pharmacy that my U card is great at. The Malaysian Ringgit and Indonesian Rupiah category is also very useful for short trips to JB or places like Bali. On months where I go to Malaysia or Indonesia, this card becomes extra useful, and I've written a guide on how you can use this card optimally for your Malaysian and Indonesian holidays, so check my article out for more information. Do you know you can trade financial instruments like stocks and forex without owning the assets? Contract for difference or CFDs allow you to trade on the price movements of stocks, forex and more. For a limited time only from now to 30th June, open a Poem CFD account and trade CFDs to receive up to $500. That's $100 for your first CFD trade plus $10 for each subsequent trade. CFDs are leveraged products which can amplify both profits and losses. Just like using a credit card, it's important to trade responsibly. Reckless trading can lead to losses that exceed your initial capital. To help manage your risk, use Poem's stop loss order feature to limit your downside. And if you're looking to invest for the long term, you might want to consider buying the actual stock through Poems instead. Learn more about CFDs and check out the promo via the link below. Thanks to Poems for sponsoring this video. A backup primary card I have, which I guess you can call a secondary card, will be the UOB Preferred Platinum Visa to tackle things that fall outside my Maybank Family and Friends categories. Since this card has no minimum spend and can get 4 miles per dollar anywhere you can pay with your mobile phone, it is a very fast free secondary card to have. There is the whole issue of $5 blocks, but I think it is a negligible problem. Check out my article for more details, but essentially for smaller transactions under $5 or $10, the UOB Preferred Platinum Visa isn't that good a card to use. It is a relatively small issue for me since it's not many miles lost. And this role used to be filled by City Rewards plus Amaze, but that unfortunately got slapped with a 1% fee. And there's a 50 cent minimum, which means that it's not usable for small transaction now. So no choice, I have to use UOB Preferred Platinum Visa. Next up will be my holiday cards, which make my travels better. Now, these aren't cards that I use to make payment overseas. Okay, that will come in a separate piece, so stay subscribed. But these are cards that make my holidays more enjoyable. The first is Amex Platinum Charge because it gives a bunch of travel perks that I find very useful. When I book my flights, even with my miles, and pay for the taxes with my card, I get pretty comprehensive travel insurance. And the card also bumps up my status with Hilton to Gold, and that means free breakfast at hotels in the Hilton chain. The card also comes with unlimited airport lounge access, which is becoming a rarity now after City Prestige Nerf kicks in and removes its unlimited lounge access. Now, paying $1,744 a year for these perks can be a bit daunting, but the sign-up promo usually makes up for a bulk of the annual fee. In fact, at the time of filming, there's a fantastic promo giving 100,000 miles, so definitely check that out and sign up while it's still on. Check out the link in my description box for the latest promo. Now, City Prestige is my second holiday card, and I've also talked a lot about this card, and it's hard not to when it can give free hotel nights. I've used this card to great effect for my Europe trip earlier this year, and I saved as much as $870 for my hotel bookings with this card, more than the annual fee. I've also been using the card for its unlimited lounge access, hopping from restaurants to lounges to airports. This is unfortunately going to be nerfed from 1st July 2025, and the card is only going to give 12 visits a year, but I think overall the value proposition of this card is still very good. I have a whole bunch of resources on how to maximize the benefits of this card, including how to get free airport rides, so check my website out for it, and I think it's worth signing up before the annual fee goes up from $545 to $681, so check out the link in my description box and check out the latest promo there. Finally, I also have some situational cards which I use when, well, the situation calls for it. This year we have the chocolate card which gives 2 max miles per dollar, and the card has very few exclusions. I've been using it for all kinds of bills like insurance, utilities, and even card up and iPayMine. Even if you're not into miles, max miles are worth easily 1.8 cents each because of Fly Anywhere, where you can use max miles to offset your flight tickets bought with cash, making chocolate card a 3.6% rebates card. This spot used to be occupied by Amex through cashback, but well, 2 max miles versus 1.5% cashback. Team Value will know which to choose. Now I hear things are going to change soon, so stay subscribed for updates. Lastly, I have Citi's SMRT card for big expenses. Unfortunately, over the past year or two, it's been harder to get rewards for bigger transactions. OCBC rewards changed from an annual cap of $12,000 to $1,000 per month, while KrisFlyer UOB card has been recently nerfed to give just 2.4 miles per dollar, down from 3. Citi SMRT's 5% cashback and annual cap of $12,000 means that it's a very good card to use for larger transactions like buying furniture, a laptop, or Vision Pro or what have you, provided you buy it online. Now, things change all the time in the world of credit cards, so definitely stay subscribed to my Telegram for updates. I've been refreshing my best card to use posts, so check those out for more specific card recommendations. And remember to check out this video on how to get rewards from paying your income tax, and I'll see you in that video.